Hello. I promised I would do like these vlogs to updates. This one comes a little bit late because I was under the weather. I was sick, but here I am. After, of course, the bootcamp, we did some scrims off online after the offline portion, which is bootcamp in Munich. It was amazing. We were at the SAP Garden where the League of Its Own was, and we just bootcamped there. It was super cool. We got to see hockey live. We got to experience like good food. I got into like a good rhythm. I have to say, like living in a hotel for extended periods, you get very spoiled because I was going downstairs eating omelets and eating every vegetable and fruit on earth. And then when I got back home, it's like I need to cook my own breakfast. I don't have a buffet of things. That was kind of a whiplash that took some getting used to. We were getting giga spoiled. The Los Ratones, what Kate was done in terms of the group, the management and everybody that is involved. It's like a tight knit small group, but everyone is, very passionate and involved. And I love the fact that, every person that is in the project is like really, really doing more than it is expected of people. It's like everyone's really pulling their weight and even more. And it feels, while people say, "Oh, the work is like family," whatever, this really feels like it. It's like there is passion and drive behind uh, the the work of everybody, and I think that really shines through. I think Kato did a fantastic job of making sure, like he's taking his experience in esports. He's like, there's some shit that I went through that I won't want the guys to go through in terms of making sure that everything is in place. So the professionality, like on that front, has been fantastic. I'm sure all of you guys came in, wanted me to give updates on, the scrims. Yamato, how are the scrims going? Obviously, I won't leak any details. I don't like doing that. I would never do that because it's like shared information. I think it's sacred principle. But as we wrapped up bootcamp now, 16th was our last scrim. We have played against the majority of the teams. There's some teams we missed out on for sure. There were some teams, obviously, it's like we knew our schedule ahead of time. Fnatic, KCB. We did scrim like Fnatic earlier on, but after that we had to like remove them from the equation, and we swapped some scrims around to make sure that there is no like collision. Because obviously, I think our team, we are a little bit more sensitive to the information, right? It's like we are a very creative team and also very unique in the way like a lot of the players pick. It's like the Bowson is the obvious one, but you can even go so far to say that about the other players too. It's like Nemesis is a very, very unique approach to the game, and we're kind of like the southpaw of things. It's like the same way SK is a little bit strange because they got a leader playing the melee champions in the mid lane and the ADs and so forth. The assassins, we're also very, very unique, so we are sensitive to that information. So we, of course, need to protect that. But in terms of where we are at scrim-wise, I can say that I am pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised, pleasantly impressed as well. I do think that everyone's taking this extremely seriously. Everyone's working super hard to get to their individual level. I think that, in terms of our results too, they've also been pleasantly good. I think that there's certain things that we need to figure out with the meta. I think is naturally so because of the new big patch and understanding what to extract from the World Championship, what not to extract from World Championship, and at the same time find something coherent for us as a group. But over time, like our results were improving. Like some of the players have already revealed, it's like our early games are quite good now. Like that's probably like our strongest side. Our strongest suit is how well we play in the early game. So that the juxtaposition of that and the contrast of what we've seen is a very positive problem. So we do very, very well in the early games, and a lot of the losses that we have are like throws. Especially now with season 16 throwing games can have like an enormous like whiplash effect because the gold that in the past you would snowball with would be extracted and removed from the map, especially post 14 because there's no platings and so forth, and now it just is on the map forever. Season 16 is a very, very weird patch. Maybe I do a separate video talking about how much I personally dislike it. I can understand right point of view trying to make the game let's say, more zoomer friendly and accessible. Because it does feel like they designed it by, how does a silver and gold player play? And let's make that gameplay pattern and loop as, beneficial as possible to the player. And I'm personally not a big fan of that. Like the exploration phase of this patch in particular, Riot was very quick to like hammer down on any like creativity surrounding the quests and so forth. They've been tracking the data that is coming in, but in regards to our results, steadily improving. We ended on some positive days, which was super good. I feel very excited about the BO1s. We're very blessed that it's BO1s. I've already mentioned that. I do think that it allows us to build a very, very concrete and good, let's say, foundation, and then bleed that into the best of threes. I think that's going to be, the practicing like that is so much easier because you can repeat strategies. It's like the big struggle of Fearless and scrimming in Fearless is that, you play a game with a certain draft with certain champions, you review it, you go through it, and then the next game you play completely different champions. It's like the continuity of the transfer of information isn't seen at all. While some champions might play the same, I do think that understanding your role within the game as your champion and how it's molded against the other non-champions in the game is a skill set that you really want to build. And BO1s really allow us to set that up and to do that. So I'm very happy about that, and I do feel like we are blessed about it. In terms of our first matchups, the first week, I think it's a very tough one. Fnatic, KC, obviously these are top competitors in the LEC. They are rolling out with the toughest one possible. Winter split can be very poisonous because if you a result on paper can look bad, while at the same time might not be bad. If we manage to take a win from Fnatic and KC, that's already like super, super massive. Obviously, the KCB match is going to be super important. That's a very, very important game for us to, conquer and to win. That's going to be a very, very important match. Obviously, every match is super, super important, but on paper, some are supposed to be easier than others. But always with Winter Split, especially with the new patch, everyone's kind of running their own race. Everything is blind in the sense that everyone's just kind of trying to run as fast as they can in this race where you really don't know the distance. You don't know how teams are going to adapt. You don't know how players are going to adapt. And then BO1s create this very, very interesting volatility. But the group has a wealth of experience, especially someone like Reckless. He is very, very good at, assessing what he wants to play, what he wants to slam, and then really figuring out like every detail of that. That discipline is very, very interesting. It's like he's maintaining that discipline through. And I remember like in the beginning, there was this we had these orientation meetings, and I asked him the questions like, how did you what as the pressure ramped up coming into like playoffs and winning those playoffs, because it's like I have made it to finals, but I haven't won. It's like, how did you approach things? And he said, it's like, he just made sure to always maintain his discipline and to keep doing the same and have everything kind of rooted in ritual. It was very, very good and reassuring to hear that even as the pressure rises, because this ultimately is the biggest test for teams. It's like everyone says, stage games is where you truly learn and truly get to know yourself and each other, is because that's where you first time see a dynamic under stress. And the thing is, this is a group now that has played on stage multiple times, and I do feel like when they are playing on stage, they look better than ever throughout the year. So I am excited about that portion. There's a massive strength in the fact that they've played together for a full year, and my biggest strength is the fact that I wasn't a part of that year, so I can bring a fresh perspective on some things that might have seemed unchangeable for some of the guys, and I'm trying to push that through, So, sometimes when you play in a dynamic, you kind of accept that some things are the way they are, but then you have a fresh perspective that kind of pushes you to challenge those ideas again, which is really, really fun to do, very, very fun to do. But all of this to say that I'm really excited. I think that the improvement of the individual guys is very apparent. I think that the focus of like guys with experience is very clear in terms of them knowing how to get themselves up to speed and up to form. Nemesis, Reckless, and Crowny too. It's like they understand the process of like individually getting better and getting the most out of scrims. And while Velia and Baos are going through this very new experience, because obviously a lot of people asking, it's like, oh, why are you not streaming the scrims and so forth? It is they are really really taking well to the advice and the added attention they get as they go through the motions. I feel like Velia and Baus are like improving rapidly, and it's fun to see the other guys really tapping into that experience and kind of finding themselves. It's like they kind of like went into their closet and opened up the wardrobe and it's like dusted off, the LEC suits, the LEC suit is like they're like, oh, it's good to be back, like the fucking Terminator or something, So I hope I can plant a seed of excitement and hope for everybody. We are very ambitious, we are going to push super hard. We're going to return to scrims 3rd of January, which is exciting, and then we're going to go to Berlin, somewhere there too, and just rock and roll. On my side, it is cool that the plus side of it only being one split is like we can go really 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 hard, and at the same time we can easily kind of navigate which compromises we need to make in terms of some things are the way they are and we're just going to kind of lean into them, the good and the bad, because we don't have like this long time horizon that we need to play this style or play this way that might make us lose in the short term, but it's going to be a big payoff in summer towards Worlds. I've had to make those value judgments myself many times in previous teams. Like there was the most concrete example would be there was this period where there was a funnel meta, and I was like, we're not going to practice this because it will remove us too much from the regular game flow, and Riot will not want this in the game. So there was maybe 3, 4, 5 weeks where we were suffering a little bit because there were definitely parts of funnel meta that was very strong. The moment it was out, we had a massive practice advantage, right? That was maybe the most obvious example. The other side of the example was in Splice, we were a very heavy lane swap team. And then Riot announced that they're going to remove lane swaps. They just added the turret, defense back in 2016. But we were in a position where, we need to get these wins. We need to keep doing this. And obviously, when we went to playoffs, we did manage to get second place. We managed to figure it out, but it was very challenging because we played against a team that was very lane-centric in H2K, which was Forgiven and Vander, Odoamne. So you have to always navigate those concessions. But for us, it's like, we are here for the winter split, and we're here to do some serious damn damage. So it's like the mission is super, super clear. If Riot for some reason says, Los Ratones, please, play spring and play summer, then, we'll figure it out then. Who knows nowadays with what's going to come down. But most likely that's not going to happen. But the TL didn't watch the video. Scrims are going. It went super well. The Bootcamp, honestly, this is one of the funniest groups ever. I'm just laughing perma. I think some of the conversations we have are like extremely interesting. Everyone's very candid. I really, really like how genuine everybody is. Sometimes, especially like online, it's a little bit difficult because sometimes the group can be like quiet in the response, very subtle. And navigating that, it's like, are they not engaging in this because they feel like it will not yield fruit, or do they think, think about something else? And like online is very, very hard to judge, because I'm a person that like the way I work is like I need to see those faces to see how people act and how people, kind of, signal their body language and face and so forth. So for me, I'm happy that we got to do the boot camp. The scrims online were very like, let's say, just focus on the game. It's like, oh, we did this, let's do this better, go into the next game. Here's the draft, rock and roll. While let's say the work offline is very like just so personal, and that's what it needs to be, right? So we're gonna get to Berlin soon, and there, the work schedule is going to be us going hard in the paint. I know that Los Ratones has some content lined up. Be fun for you guys to watch, and even for me too to see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys have any like specific questions or something that you have, I'll try to do my best to answer them in, of course, the comment section below. But this was just a little update on where we are at. I'll follow this up by saying I wish you guys all peaceful and healthy holidays. Good New Year as well to all of you. Thank you very much for watching and for supporting me. I will continue doing my thing here with League of Legends as per usual. I feel always blessed that I'm allowed to do this, let's say, a living for such a long time. I think the only way to show gratitude is to, of course, give my best. And I think it's very easy to do when you're having fun. And Los Ratones has been all fun. It's interesting because it's like I have 15 years of experience now, right? And some things that might be like problems, it's like in a team, I'm like, I've seen that all before, so I feel like no stress. It's like I feel no stress at all. I feel so rested in regards to working in a team environment that like rested in regards to anything else. And at the same time, it's like the average age of this group is very high, so it's like everything is fun and breezy, but at the same time, in the sense that it's fun and breezy, which makes it easy to just pour in 16 hours a day, very, very easy. So now I'm doing some Riftbound on the side, playing some TFT on the side, getting it out of the system, because obviously when everything starts, it's really, really rock and roll. So one more time, wish you all health, happiness, take care of yourselves, and catch you on the next one. Peace.